Hey guys, welcome back to JR14. Here I am with another video for you guys today, and today we're going to be fully reviewing this Tesla 12.1 inch screen, Tesla's like style screen for my 2007 Honda Accord. So without further ado, let's get started with the video right now. Okay, so here we are with the Tesla screen right here. I love this thing. I just want to say a few things about it. I had it in my car for about a couple of months now. If you haven't seen the video of me installing this head unit, please click in the upper right hand corner of the screen. But I wanted to give a special shout out to KSPIV or KISPIV. That's the name of the company that makes this style head unit. This head unit does work for the 7th generation Accord. That's from the years of 2003 to 2007. I'll put a link down in the description of their website down below, as they make this style screen for multiple vehicles, not just for the Accord. So you can go ahead and check it out on that website that I provided down in the description below. But let's talk about the head unit. First off, the elephant in the room, Apple CarPlay. I've always had Apple CarPlay, and most screens are in a horizontal setting. This one is actually fully vertical, like let's say a Tesla Model S. The first generation Model S's, they were a big screen that was from top to bottom of the dashboard, and this replicates that. I love this very much. I think it's a very good utilization of the center stack here. It looks like it belongs to with this bezel. The bezel is the same color as the dashboard, so it kind of just all blends in perfectly. Now, there are some things that I do like, and there's some things that I don't like about this screen, and I'm going to discuss that with you guys in this video. So first, I'm going to take you through some major features of this head unit, and then I'm going to just give you a quick walkthrough of everything, how everything works, how everything operates, and also some of the settings that this provides, because it is a tall order of a lot of different features that this thing has, and hopefully I get to cover those in this video. But let's start with the Apple CarPlay. One thing that I love about Apple CarPlay in this car, with this head unit, is that it's wireless. I never have to plug up my phone. My phone is actually right here. My phone is actually right here right now, and it literally is connected to this. I can check my phone, I can check my maps, my music, and everything else. Now, one thing I really do like about this is the map setups. The map setups are pretty cool, just because of the fact that you're able to see you're able to utilize the whole real estate of the screen, which is nice. I accidentally touched the climate control. I'm going to get into that in a second. It shows you all the status of everything here, so you can have it show all your icons like this, and you can scroll back and forth, or you can have it all split like this if you want to, where it has like your navigation, your maps, and then your turn-by-turn streets and distance of how to turn on each street, and then also your music here, or you can have it displayed like this. Now, if you go into, one of the things I like about this as well is it leads with a long list of menus for you to use. Since you have a bigger screen, you have more real estate to use. So this is Spotify, for instance, and this is the interface, the whole list, all your list of everything that you ever want to watch or listen to, listen to. But that's pretty cool. I really like the fact that this is very easy to use. This is very simple, and it's very clean. I like this vertical layout, and it's weird because my Volkswagen, my Project Mark 7, has a vertical screen. It's an 8-inch screen, and obviously me driving this as my daily driver and getting in that, it makes that screen feel small. And even as crazier is that the Mark 7 came with a 6.5-inch screen, so the normal screen that comes in the Mark 7, my Mark 7, is even smaller than that. But it just having this every day, from literally the top of the dashboard to the bottom of the dashboard, I love the fact that I can use all of the real estate of the screen to display everything that I need to display. Now, there is some drawbacks to this. It's great as far as showing everything. Even at full, even with the screen dimmed, I noticed that it is still kind of bright. But especially at night, considering you have a whole 12-inch screen in your face while driving at night, it's not too bad. I've gotten used to it, but that is an issue that I wanted to address. Now, also, if you wanted to go to the main features of the car, so for instance, if you wanted to go back to the main menu of what this car provides, you just hit this right here, car, and it brings you back to the regular interface that this provides. Now, you have, like on the first generation Model S's of Tesla, they had these icons at the top with the Tesla logo in the center. I'm gonna get into why the time says 6 a.m. in a minute, but yeah. So pretty much you have your calendar. This is kind of useless to me due to the fact I use my phone for my calendar. I don't need my car to tell me all the stuff about the calendar and everything else. It's cool that they have it, but it's not necessarily needed. So I love the fact that they didn't even know like my car was silver, but they display a silver 7th gen Honda Accord sedan. This is a V6 right here, but this is my car, so it's kind of cool to have that up there. I didn't have to put that on there. When I turned the screen on for the first time, that was the thing that was displayed, so that's pretty cool. So like I said, this is the main screen right here. It's pretty cool how they have all this laid out. You do have some assistance icons here. This is like a bot that you can really click and assist with stuff, and this will act, this symbol right here, and you can drag these around if you don't want them around. I just move them to the side. Every time the car turns off though, they just always reset back to where they are right now, which is kind of annoying, but it's not bad. It doesn't really get in the way of even the Apple CarPlay and stuff, so it really doesn't bother me at all. But you have these icons at the top right here, starting with this app right here. Let's see if it wants to load. So this screen does have its own navigation system. The maps are a little weird. So that's the thing about, so with these maps here, it just kind of looks kind of dated. I don't really like it. They tell you speed warnings and all that stuff, and you know, it's great, but I never really utilize this. Now you also have the radio here, which I'm going to turn down in a second because it's probably gonna, so it's just nothing but static right now, but I have the radio antenna plugged in. Now also this is an icon. This is a different type of thing here too. So there's another module that mine did not come with, where you can actually set it to your OBD2 port to check, you know, engine codes and all that stuff. And also you can have your RPM and miles per hour range here if you wanted to. I'm gonna mute this for a second because you know, that's not necessarily needed. And then you have your music up here. So they have pre-installed music on here already. It's a Japanese, apparently it's a Japanese company, so you know, they already have preloaded music on here, or you can Bluetooth stream from your phone. And you know, next they have video, which they actually have pre-installed you know, Fast and the Furious on here. This is kind of cool. This actually took me by surprise. This is, I believe, a 64 gig storage thing here, so you'll be able to store movies if you want to. That's actually kind of cool. I like that. And then you have your phone link right here, which is basically, you know, having, it's weird. This is basically just mirroring your phone. And then, you know, you'll be able to, whatever is displayed on your phone, you'll be able to display on your screen. But I don't ever use this. You never really have to use this here. Now, one thing I really do like about this system, let's start off with the climate control. I do love the way the climate control is. I love the fact that it's duplicated. Now, one of the things that are like, here's a quirkiness. There's a little bit of quirkiness with the climate control, and there's good things about the climate control. One of the quirky things is that it's dual. It's pretty much duplicating the same function. So you have the functions here on the bottom row here of everything. So all I have to do is just tap it, and it brings up the controls here and everything. And then I'm able to bring my fan speed up, which now it's not working, which I'm kind of annoyed about. Oh, it's off. That's why. Hang on a second. So if I turn my fan speed, then I should be able to slide. Oh, so I thought you'd be able to slide it, but you don't be able to. But you pretty much do the plus or minus down here. Then you can adjust your temperatures and stuff here. It's pretty responsive. I mean, it's not too bad. Now, again, my car is an SE, so I'm not going to necessarily need a dual climate control feature. This car has single climate control only, but they mimic each other as far as the driver's side and the passenger side. So you pretty much have your features down here: auto air conditioning, your fan speed, everything else here, and then, you know, your temperatures on each side. When you get it is in Celsius. You will have to convert it to Fahrenheit in the Android settings. Oh, that's another thing. This is Android 10.1. It is a very good system, very responsive, no issues at all. A lot of people complain about, you know, some of these Chinese brands where the radio doesn't work after a while. I've had like small software issues, very, very minor issues. But what I usually do is I hit this reset button down here, reset the whole head unit, and then all those issues go away. Now, a couple things I don't like about this is that sometimes the bottom here, the screen gets a little delayed. It is responsive in terms of my normal functions, but in terms of my climate control, sometimes these touch screen functions or controls are a little delayed. But the good thing is you have all the controls down here. So that's the good thing about this unit as well, is that you have your AC functions, your mode. So I can turn on AC here, mode. I can change my fan speed up and down from here. I could change it to dual. I can do circulation, you know, the rear defroster, the front defroster, or I can just turn the whole system off from here as well, and there's no issues. Now, a weird thing about these controls down here is that this is labeled temp, and this is labeled temp. You would think that this is for the climate control, and it is. So if I turn the fan speed on, I'm able to turn up or down the controls, but there's no volume knob here at all on this unit, and that's okay. I mean, the good thing is it does tap into the steering wheel controls with no issues. But the one thing that I'm noticing that's weird is that if this is the climate control button, I was always curious, what if you push it? So if you push it, it mutes the music. I don't know if that could be configurable or not as far as like it doing that. I mean, it's kind of cool, something quick. I wonder if the other side does it too. So the other side goes to the other side's weird. So the other control, if I hit that, it goes to the equalizer settings. And if I push this one in, it either unmutes or mutes the sound. So I guess dual functionality for the buttons, that's not necessarily bad. It's not bad. I'm sure. It's just a little weird that these are climate control and they say temp on them, but then when you click on them, they do different things. And I don't think there's anything in the instructions that tell you what these do. Maybe these buttons are configurable when you push them for certain things, but I gotta play along with the settings to figure that out. Now, another thing I really love about this system is that it's voice command. So it is a voice activated system. So what I mean is so for instance, if I want to go to Apple Carplay, all I have to do is just say this: open Carplay, and it connects to Apple Carplay. And I say, you know, for instance, open YouTube. So again, the system's voice activated. It's actually pretty cool. You can use the voice functions for a lot of different things. So, you know, for instance, you know, if I want to, you know, if you guys want to watch JR14, for instance, you know, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to JR14, which is my channel right here. And then you're able to watch some of the videos right here. It's connected with my phone, so good thing is I won't get copyrighted for this because it is my content. But like I said, it is pretty cool to have this, just in case if you're sitting around and you're waiting for somebody, or if you're in traffic. If you're in traffic, this is kind of cool. So the resolution is pretty good as well. It's not the best. It's not like, you know, 4K or anything like that. But it is a good resolution screen. So that is not bad at all. I wonder what it looks like if you put it at full screen. So it looks like this at full screen. So it's not bad at all. The good thing is, now again, you're probably wondering like, okay, well, if you put the car in drive, would this still work? Yes, it would still work. And it brings up my Apple CarPlay to where I left it. I mean, honestly, for me, I only really use Apple CarPlay because it has my maps. I can use Google, I can use Waze, I can use Apple Maps. This also works for Android Auto as well. So if you have an Android and you want to use their interface, you can use that as well. There's no issue with that. For me, it's just more or less, I love it. I really do love this display. I think that it is a good addition to the car. I think that it works well with the car. I have no real big complaints about it. Again, there's small quirky things. I don't like the fact that it doesn't remember the time every time I turn off the car for a long period of time. Like, let's say if I go in for the night and I come up the next morning, it does not remember the time. I don't know if I probably have to go. There's a lot of settings in here. So open settings. So there are a lot of settings just in this display here. So you have app customize. You can customize the different things here. You can the different apps, GPS monitor. You can also, you know, like date and time, language, equalizer. That brings you back to this screen. If that's the default button for this. Open settings, dimmer, you know, which you can adjust here. I just keep them at full brightness. Because to me it's kind of still bright, but in the daytime it's weird. Like, it's bright at night because it's a big screen, but during the day if it's dim, you really can't see much because the sun's glaring on it. And then wheel steering. So these are the steering wheel controls that I have set up for my car. All of them were volume, the mode, and skipping tracks, system info, and then, you know, the reset. So I can change these maps as well, you know, the default map and stuff. And then you have the Android settings on top of the regular settings for the interface. So those are the interface settings, and then you have the Android settings here. Like it says, it has 46.3 gigs free of storage. So I believe it's a 64 gig unit, and I believe that the interface takes up about 15 to 20 gigs itself. So yeah, open CarPlay. And then it goes back to Apple CarPlay. So this is actually not a bad system at all. I really enjoy it. It's really cool. Now, you know, like I said, I utilize it just for Apple CarPlay. I don't really watch the movies and connect my phone to all that. You know, I just connected wireless Bluetooth, wireless Apple CarPlay. I have a separate cable here to charge my phone if need be, and it charges fast, so I don't have to worry about, you know, a slow system like this being able to do it. But yeah, but that's going to conclude this viewing it for you guys. I think that it's a good aspect that I gave you a good rundown of the screen and what it's capable of doing. Like I said, it's a lot, it's good amount, but it's not so overwhelming where there's so many things. I like the fact there's so much customization to it as well. But necessarily you don't have to do it. But that's going to conclude this video of the Tesla screen here. I love it. I love the fact that it resembles the 12-inch display from a Tesla. I love the fact that it has Apple CarPlay. I love the fact that it's wireless, and I love the fact that it fits so well into this dash, and it doesn't look out of place or out of character for this vehicle. It looks like it was meant to be in here from the start. But if you guys did like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to JR14. Also, make sure that if you have any questions that maybe I didn't answer something in this, if I didn't, please go ahead and shoot a comment down below. I'll make sure to answer any of your questions that you have in the comment section down below. And I also put a link for this in the description below so you can purchase one for yourself. I hope you guys have a good day, and you guys always remember that cars are a lifestyle.